What animal best represents your brain today?
Oh, I'm glad you said today because I feel like the kind of animal I am changes every day. But what am I today? I don't know. What am I? Maybe a lizard?
Why lizard?
Because I kind of want to be asleep on a hot rock right now. And I want to eat some bugs. I don't know.
I love that. I think coming from Florida, there's lizards everywhere. So moving to Ann Arbor from Florida, the first thing I noticed, there aren't lizards everywhere.
Oh, there's lizards everywhere in LA too.
Do you notice that when you come here? Or up north, rather?
I hadn't noticed it yet, but now that you mention it, I have not seen a lizard since I got here.
It's an odd lack of lizards. So thank you for being a lizard in a lizardless state.
You're welcome. I'm happy to be here.
What is something that you draw over and over again, maybe without realizing it? Do you have kind of like a comfort thing you draw, maybe in meetings, something like that?
Sorry.
I love that was the Succession theme song.
I'm a big fan of Succession. It makes all my calls sound really important, even when they're spam, as that one was. I tend to draw just animals over and over. So if I'm not thinking about it, I'll start drawing a horse head or a dog head usually. And then I'll probably strap something to the top of it or draw a little bird. Yeah.
Is that something that when you first started drawing, was it animals?
Yes. Yeah, so my early drawings are actually pretty similar to what I draw right now. It's horses and cats wearing patterned sweaters and having relationships, and they're anthropomorphic.
Argyle cats, that's what I'm thinking about.
Yes.
Do you feel your characters come from you, or do they just show up kind of uninvited? We have BoJack Horseman, certainly a different feel from a long story short. So is that something that just feels natural, maybe when you're seeing that script or when you're getting into it, or does it kind of come and form along the way?
It depends on whether I am writing the character and coming up with it myself, in which case there's probably more of myself in there, or people close to me that I will often write sort of an amalgam of different people, like different bosses I've had or different friends I've had, will all kind of glom together and become a thing, and then I represent that thing with a cat or a plant person or whatever. When someone else has written it, in the case of BoJack Horseman or Long Story Short, I'm really just responding to the material and kind of picturing things and then drawing them. Does that make sense?
No, that totally makes sense. I mean, it's depending on, is it something that's presented to you? Maybe they're asking, I want a horse in BoJack Horseman. I want a cat. I want this. When you get to create it yourself, it could be, what's this personality and how does that personify or animalify?
Yeah, I mean, with BoJack, it was kind of a chicken or egg thing where I had drawn this horse guy and then Raphael kind of used that and based BoJack on him, and then it became a new kind of horse guy, but still with the DNA from my original drawings. And then with Long Story Short, reading it, I could see pieces of it that were based on his life and came from him or his sisters, and then I added in pieces from my own, the character of Avi Schwooper kind of looks like Raphael, but also kind of looks like my brother.
I mean, making documentaries or anything that I create personally, I feel like I see it in my mind first, and then that's when I know it can be something I create. Is that similar to you? Is it an idea, or you just kind of start and go from there? What's that process?
It depends. Sometimes I see it really clearly in my head before I write it or draw it. Sometimes I draw it first and then later look at it in my sketchbook and I'm like, oh, this goes with this other thing. And like a bird, I'm sort of making piles of stuff. Yeah, sometimes I write, just an idea I have or a joke I think of, and then later I connect it to another idea, or I say, oh, this joke actually could be said in this character's voice, and this joke feels like their personality. So I'm kind of just leaving little scraps of things all over the place and then trying to organize them later.
From your characters, who would you trust to plan a party for you, and who do you know would absolutely ruin it?
Wow, this is a great question. For my characters, Tuca, the party would be fun, but a complete chaos, completely disorganized. Bertie would be too anxious to properly plan a party. She would try, but then she would be busy the whole time, running around, cleaning her house, and not being an actual good host. Speckle, I think, would throw the best party because he's more laid back.
What kind of party do you think that is?
What kind of party?
Yeah.
Oh, just having people over for snacks and drinks kind of party, or watching a show kind of party, maybe. I don't know.
I love that. And do you feel protective of your characters? I mean, they get into a lot of difficult, strange situations. They make very bad decisions. Do you feel protective of them, or do you just allow it to unfold however it's written?
I like to give my characters the most difficult time possible. I like to make my little dolls in my dollhouse and then completely mess up their lives. I think my audience is more protective of my characters than I am. Like, they get really upset when I'm mean to my characters, but I have nothing but joy and glee from beating them up.
Is there anything specific that sticks out? It's like, how could you do this kind of moment that maybe is a fandom?
Oh, people got mad that we were a little mean to Speckle the last season. Tuca was kind of beating up on him, and I just found it hilarious. But they were pretty pissed off about it. And I just thought, he's a cartoon, and Speckle can handle it. Like, he will bounce back. He's fine. But I don't know. But then he did get depressed later that season, unrelated to being stomped on. I don't know. I just think it's more fun to watch characters go through really messy struggles. That's what I made them for.
Is maybe the fact that they are animals, does that make it easier for people to relate, more digestible for people to take on? Because it's obvious, I mean, it's very real world things that we have all gone through, maybe not exactly BoJack gone through, but very similar. Do you think maybe the guise of the animal makes it a little easier on the audience?
I'm not sure. I think if they were human, I think people would still care about them as much if they got to know them. Maybe them being animals makes it easier to kind of project things onto them because they're less specific. But I don't know. They could be shoes, and I could still make you care about them depending on the stories I write about them. I don't know. They could be completely inanimate.
Shoes is the next thing I'm going to be looking out for.
Just shoeple.
Shoeple, yes.
Anthropomorphic shoes.
Anthropomorphic shoes. So what brings you to the Michigan Theater today is the Penny Stamps Speaker Series. What made you want to really take part in something like this?
Well, I was kind of avoiding public speaking for a long time because I'm quite shy. And then I thought, well, I should probably get over that. So I said yes.
And being inside the Michigan Theater for the first time, you let me know this is the first time you've been inside. What is being in a theater like this? I mean, we're about to be 100 years old. What does it make you feel being in this particular building?
Oh, I just feel honored. I mean, it's obviously such a special place. It's a beautiful theater. There's so many seats in here. I'm kind of nervous so many people might come tonight, but it's gorgeous.
Thank you. And the neat thing I love about Penny Stamps is, I mean, it's going to be college, people that are going to the University of Michigan. It's also open to the public. We usually see fairly packed houses in here, so just prepare yourself for that. What's it going to feel like for you to be in a room full of students and artists who are really still figuring it out?
I love talking to students and younger people. I think they're so exciting and fresh and interesting, and I don't know. I hope I can give them some comfort and some wisdom, and maybe even if I'm still kind of like a fool and a clown and I don't fully know what I'm doing, I hope that in itself can be inspiring. Like, you don't have to have things figured out even at my age.
And when you were starting out, what do you think maybe something like this particular event would have meant to you? Would you even have attended if you didn't need to? Do you think it would have been helpful, or maybe have you experienced something like this before?
I think it would have been meaningful to me, just thinking of things that I saw when I was younger, like I don't know, I went to see like Maria Bamford perform, and that meant so much to me, just seeing like a weird lady do her weird lady stuff and thinking I could maybe do that too someday was really a big deal to me.
Did you choose the interview style for a particular reason, or just thought maybe this would help walk everyone through your work, your experience a little easier?
I just think it's more fun for it to be a conversation. Me and Sam are friends and colleagues. She worked on 2 seasons of Tuca Bertie with me. And I don't know. I don't always know like what's interesting about me and my work. So it's kind of nice to be prompted instead of like having to guess and be up there by myself lecturing everyone.
What's something students might need to hear right now that maybe they aren't hearing enough in creative spaces?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. I don't know what students are hearing or not hearing. I think they're probably worried about AI. They're probably worried about whether there's a future in making art. But I think to make art and to consume art is the most human thing there is. And so I'm personally not threatened by non-human sources of art taking over. I think there will always be an appetite for the human-made stuff.
You know, it's a very strange time for the creative spaces as a whole.
Yeah, and it's happening without our control, and so that feels kind of scary. And the people who are at the top, who are making it happen, do not have our best interests in mind, and they are scammers and charlatans, and they are using it to enrich themselves and don't care about what it's doing to society.
Preach. You know, if someone tonight is sitting there kind of quietly thinking to themselves, I don't know if I'm good enough, what would you maybe want them to hold on to if you think back maybe to a time that you possibly thought the same thing?
I often still think the same thing, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're good enough or whether you think you're good enough. That can be completely disconnected from your actual practice of working and making stuff. You can continue to feel really bad and just keep going.
I think BoJack did that, right?
That's right. That's right. Just keep on running.
Just keep on running. Do you think there's something different about experiencing animation or a film in a shared space like here at the Michigan Theater versus it being alone? You can access anything anywhere you are at any moment, but the shared experience of something together in the dark, I think, is just something that is almost necessary, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, being next to other bodies and just vibrating off those other bodies is like something that we need deep in our bones. And experiencing art together is going to make that artwork like last longer in your conscious. You know, you're going to remember it for longer, I think.
It almost feels like an essential thing. You can do this on your laptop. I can do this on my phone, anywhere else. But there are very few places like the Michigan Theater that this can happen.
Yeah, completely. And don't get me wrong, I love streaming. I love the convenience. I love short form, you know, whatever. But those are like a bag of potato chips, and this is a full meal.
I love that. This is a full meal. I might take that if you don't mind.
You can have it.
To wrap this up, I would love to do a kind of quick rapid fire with you. The first couple words, thing that come to your mind, and then we'll wrap this up. Wonderful. Favorite texture to draw?
Texture. Scratchy.
Ooh, scratchy. Least favorite thing to draw?
Stairs.
Why?
The perspective and the monotony.
Last film that you saw in a theater?
In a theater, I saw... Oh my God, I'm blanking.
Okay.
One of the last ones I saw was Endless Cookie.
I don't know that one.
It's an animated film that came out last year, and it was like my favorite movie of the year.
I'm going to have to look that up.
It's a Canadian, like independently produced animated feature-length movie, and it's so good.
This is definitely going to highlight that a little bit. I'm sure some people are going to be Googling it right now.
Yeah, Endless Cookie. Go see it wherever you can. It's on streaming now, so you can see it at home.
Beautiful. An illustration or a detail that maybe you obsess over, but maybe no one else will notice.
Buttons on clothing and suits and lapels, zippers, things like that.
What draws you to that?
I just want it to be right. I want it to be because the way people dress indicates like who they are, and like a 3-button suit is more dated than a 2-button suit, you know, for example.
If animals could judge humans, what do you think they would like roast us for first?
AI.
If your personality had a color palette, what do you think maybe those 3 colors might be?
I think it's pretty orangey yellow for the most part, pinkish. That's how I feel today anyways.
If you could transmit one song into the minds of everyone right now, universe, world, what would that song be?
What song would it be? It would be Hot Chip, Let Me Be Him. I think it's just like a really good song. It makes me euphoric.
We need a little bit of that.
I was on the fence. I was going to say a Donna Summer song, and so it could just as easily be a Donna Summer.
What do you hope that your work might help people understand about the world around them?
Oh, God. How to transmute your everything that you intake into some sort of output. I don't know, because that's what I'm doing. I don't know what that means to other people. Some people hate it. Some people love it. It doesn't matter. It's just what I do.
And lastly, if you could leave everyone here with an image in their mind, what would that image be?
An image in their mind. It would be a naked woman with flowers for a head, because that's what I'm going to show on screen, and that's one of my favorite things I've drawn.
Lisa, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much.